Jeff! 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 God damn it, Nava! What do you want? Can I have a cookie?
One of these days, Papa. One of these days. I will kill you because of your sheer stupidity.
I needed to do that after this past week, man. On the plus side, I'm back on my meds. I'm back on my crazy pills.
When have you never been on your crazy pills?
For the past 3 weeks, ever since the first time my lips ballooned up.
So, question: why didn't you masturbate? That leaves a lot of craziness.
That doesn't help that much.
Bullshit! It was scientifically proven. It actually helped me, and I'm actually insane.
No, you have an addiction. There's a difference.
I'm still technologically insane because I would actually go skydiving naked.
Plus, you still want to challenge Adam to gay chicken.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm insane.
Which he's streaming something right now, so we can't really bug him about it. So hi.
That'd be a great show.
We can't do that on YouTube.
All we have to do is just censor it. We act like it's Japan.
We would have to do that. We would have to do that on Plex Storm because they will allow us, and then we would have to actually put gameplay in the thing because they will allow that. The only stipulation is there has to be some sort of video game somewhere.
There will be. We just include Bowsette.
No, it has to be actual gameplay footage.
We will do that. Gameplay of something. Porn.
Or we can just put it up to RedTube.
Or Pornhub.
I will create an account just for that.
Johnny boy, what the hell do you be doing?
I'm like, hey, I produced this stuff.
Eating it, Chuck.
So I've had a heck of a week. I've had a heck of a day.
Look, you had a heck of a day. Literally, I went to a car that had no brakes. Yeah, you tried driving that shit. And
I walked on the highway.
That ain't shit.
I had to play Human Frogger, and I'm never going to do that again.
That's the best type of Frogger. It's real life Frogger.
Because I didn't know that walking over to Cabela Drive to go to Walmart, which I got a story about that, apparently there was about a block away from where the actual main roads are. There's a bike trail that you can use to walk safely there because there's no sidewalks on the actual road.
Look, I've walked down Indianapolis just to get a haircut. So
yeah, I walked through down the entirety of Indianapolis.
I know, and I was playing Human Frogger too, and I was having fun with it.
And I yelled at the general for doing that.
You yelled at the general, but me, I pretty much wouldn't give a damn. I'd pretty much be playing chicken with a semi. Come on at me, bro! Come at me! What did Jeff just do? He just matrixed his ass underneath the truck. Can't touch this.
Don't make me put that video up here again. Oh wait, that's going to take too much work. Forget it.
You lazy bastard.
I already did that joke once.
Look, we all know I'm insane. Masturbation helps me cope with said insanity.
Fap.
I'm thinking about it. I'm literally thinking about it. Why do you think my hand kind of stopped and went down?
Keep your hand off your penis while you're on the show.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just air jerking it. So. Eating that Chuck. My fellow Americans, if you vote for me, we will have masturbation week every 2 years. I'd make a great president.
So about the derp that I had to deal with today. about the...
Wait. Is this the dirt that you have to deal with every day?
No, this is what kind of irked me today.
Okay, go ahead.
So I went down... I'm like, there's a reason why I went to Walmart today. Because I was on their website. And I saw something that they said that they had in stock.
Question. Is it anything that makes you look half black? You got real quiet, so I'm guessing that's a yes.
No, I'm trying to figure out what that could be.
Well, let's see. Watermelon, purple drink.
If I'm going to get either of those, I would just go to the local dollar store. I could get, or the liquor store, because they sell the Arizona tea and other drinks. And I'll get my watermelon drink for that, because I actually like that.
What, and you wouldn't get no booze? What is wrong with you, Johnny boy?
No, the reason why I go to that store or that liquor store is because they actually have the different types of Arizona drinks.
They do, but I would actually expect that booze.
And most stores around here just carry the tea, and that's it. They don't have any lemonades and the grape aids, the mango stuff, the watermelon drink, which I love that.
Gas stations do.
Yeah, well, maybe, if I'm lucky, maybe Walgreens, but that's a crapshoot. But stop humping the chair!
I was not doing that. I was working on my glutes.
You're pelvic thrusting the chair!
Like I said, I'm working on my glutes.
This is why we need Adam. This is why we need Adam on the show, so we can yell at you.
When you tell me not to do it, I still do it. I pretty much will just whip my dick out in front of you guys and just spread my legs in the ashtray right in front of you. You enjoying the show, fellas?
Apparently he did that while he was in the Navy.
Oh my god, man, this bastard is actually called...
Where they were actually at talk, and actually held full-on conversations with people while doing it.
I have too. It's very exciting knowing that you could get caught in like 5 seconds.
He also has a funny story about that, and I won't go into any details, so...
In the Navy.
So we'll have to wait for you to hear the full story when he's on, and he can tell you directly.
In the Navy.
So back to the thing. I went to Walmart, and on their website, because I just ran out last night, they had on sale, and they stated that they had it in stock at the store, and it's their top-selling thing on the list right now. A stack of DVDRs, a pack of 50 for about $12.50.
Walmart lies. You could have gone to like freaking Menards and they would have told you the truth.
I went to Walmart to get this so-called stack. Not shown, not even listed on their actual production floor. Nothing's there. The closest thing that they have was the same brand as the stack of 25. Okay, you have 2 stacks of 25. Can I get both? Can I just get both of those, and you just charge me the price that would be for a stack of 50? No, Yep. We can't do that. Because they were already, their stacks of 25 were already overcharged. They cost more than the stack of 50 on their website. They wanted $15 for the stacks of 25 in store.
Of course, this is why I don't go to Walmart. Do you know how much an Xbox
and then they said, if you really want all 50, you're going to have to pay full price. We cannot do that because we're going to take a major loss in product or
bullshit.
Whatever.
And profit?
Profit, that was the word I was looking for.
I call bullshit because of the fact, you know how many people go there just to
but the best we could do is sell you one of those 2 for the price of the 25, and at that we are taking a loss. Bullcrap. And I remember I don't like it. And I pointed out to because there was the manager that told this, I'm like, well, then why do you have it listed on your website? Well, what we have on our website is not a reflection of what we have in store.
It should be.
It says that you have it here in stock. Well, it's not our fault.
Yeah, it is.
So I called corporate. According to corporate, after they bounced me around for to several different people and then hanging up on me numerous times. Until finally, well, he did follow procedure. I'm like, the reason you couldn't do that is because it's technically a different item, even though it's the same brand, same type, same write speed. The only difference is the quantity in the spindle. I have to pay the price for 25, the price that I would have gotten 50 from your website in store to get a stack of 25. That's not fair. That's false advertising.
Yeah, it is. This is why I don't go to frickin' Walmart.
And yet, according to them, I'm like, there's nothing we could do. Our hands are tied.
It's like bullshit.
So that's why I'm like, I already messaged them on Twitter, told them about what happened, and basically what happened, or
Look,
whatnot.
if you go online, this is why they have like a 1-star Yelp review. Because Walmart sucks. Guess how much the original Xbox is like Xbox One X is at GameStop? $449.
They don't do price matching anymore with other companies.
No, here's the thing. You go to Walmart, it's still $500 for that fucking thing. Even if you can prove otherwise. I'm like, I can go to your competitors right now. Here's the proof where they have it. We don't price match with other competitors anymore. Well, they got rid of that policy. Yeah, because of the fact they realized
they were losing money.
No, they realized we can go to better places. I can go to Target and get something better. I can go to Kmart and get something better. Look, damn it, I can go to Menards and actually...
I'm like, I was going to Kmart for a while to get my blanks. Because they had better prices.
Yeah, look, go to Target.
Your charging cable is beat up.
Yeah, no shit, I've had this for a long ass time.
You need a new one.
It's like you should buy me one.
I have like 5 spares.
Why don't you freaking give one to me then? For free. Instead of charging me. Oh my god, he's actually going to reach into his pocket.
Because I brought one of them with me.
What the fuck?
Look, it's not as long. I need this one because it actually connects to my computer.
It's not as long, that's what she said. Thank you. Oh my god, this is not long.
It's not as long, but it works. Because I was using it earlier. I need to keep the black one with me because it actually connects to my computer and allows me to actually pull files off my phone.
I got a black one. He's like, I got a black one. If all else fails, I got the strangler. Want me to show you what the damn strangler is? And I found this on the ground.
Does it work?
It does, but it's like it keeps slipping out. It keeps popping out. This is what is called the strangler. This thing is fucking massive. It's a long-ass charging cord. Johnny boy, hold this cord. Now go to the bathroom. It's like, go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Right about there. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep... Right there. Now tell me, how far can this cord go?
To the toilet.
Yeah, so I can pretty much keep using this charger, but it just keeps popping out. So that's what she said. This thing is long. Literally, I can just go to the gas station because they have these. I'm like...
And they charge like an insane amount, and at the job sites that I go to where I clean up, I find a bunch of these for free.
I can jump.
You could tell us about to say you're about to jump rope with that thing.
But this basement's too low. I can't do it. This basement's too low. I'll be... Black Storm. Black Storm, wake up. You just knocked yourself out, people. We might have to cut this story short.
So, I have another thing that happened to me earlier this week. That I texted you this, or like Sunday isn't coming fast enough because I really needed to do the show so I can get this ran out. I hate my medical insurance providers company that they use to do transportation because they're idiots.
Of course.
And according to them, they did everything right, and it's not their fault that when they screwed up.
This is like companies always say that they don't want a bad Yelp review. Oh, we're sorry, it's not our fault. Bullshit, it is your damn fault.
Because they subcontract out to actually transportate. I'm like, there's a middleman company that you schedule with, and then they subcontract out to like taxis and stuff like that for transportation so you can go to doctor's appointments. Obviously, you have a scheduled pickup time so you can be there, so you can get there on time. Or get there within, or like get to your
Keep talking. I'm listening.
I'm talking in circles because the words can't come out of my face hole.
I know what else can come out your face hole.
I can't get the words out of the face hole thing. Sentences.
Okay.
Appointment. That's the word I was looking for. To go to your doctor's appointments. And their policy is they pick you up an hour before your actual appointment so they can get you there on time.
Look,
though a few times they screwed that up too.
Look, if I had a car, I'd take you my damn self since I'd be off all the time.
I got picked up. At the right time. Well, they were a little late, but I got there. Well, I got there in time before my appointment. My scheduled pickup time to be driven home was at 3:15 in the afternoon. I scheduled this. They confirmed that I had this. 3:25 rolls around.
Still no driver.
Transportation has not arrived. So I call up the transportation or provider. I'm like, hey, my ride's not here yet. Here's my ride number. Can you find out where my driver is, please?
At home.
They put me on hold for 5 minutes.
Well, like 2 hours.
They get back on the phone. They get back on the phone with me.
And pretty much instantly hang up.
No, they didn't do that. They said, the dispatcher doesn't have a pickup time for you.
Joy.
The earliest that they can be there is right before 5.
So what the hell am I supposed to do for like 2 hours?
I said to the lady on the phone, no, that's unacceptable. My pickup time was at 3:15. I scheduled it. You had to be here on time. Well, why did they not have it on their end? Well, it's not. We put everything in correctly. We're not at fault, sir.
Bullshit.
That's what they told me. I was like, I want to speak to your supervisor. She's not she's not available right now. You have to wait for her, sir. And it's going to be about half an hour to speak to her.
No. Your supervisor's not available. That bitch is giving like 6 blowjobs in the fucking room.
I'm like, no, I told her flat out, I want to speak to the supervisor. She's dealing with someone else right now, sir.
Bullshit.
Because apparently someone else is complaining about something similar. I called up my regular insurance provider to complain about this. Told them what the middleman told me. They contacted the middleman. Then they put me on hold for like 10 minutes while they speak to the middleman. Then they get back on the phone with me, and this was like about after me being put on hold with the actual middleman for about a half an hour, and then with me getting even more frustrated and angry, and they said, fine, the earliest that they can be here is about 4:15, and they have to forego going picking other people up. I'm like, that's not my problem. They should have been here already. They're already an hour late, and then when the driver finally comes up, she's just like, yeah, they just told me they needed to pick you up, and I told her what happened, and she's like, yeah, that's complete horseshit. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, they didn't have any information about you until just now. And so that's when I got put on hold with my or I was calling my actual insurance provider. And I was put on hold, explained what happened. She gets back to me after speaking to the middleman. They said, yeah, the lady that I spoke to was rude to me, but she said, yeah, they're not at fault because they put everything in on their side correctly.
No, they didn't.
And they sent it out, and and it's in their systems. And according to them, they're not at fault. Plus, she was rude to me, and we're the ones who pay them. Yes, so yeah, we're going to be writing that person up.
Here's the thing. They get people calling them every freaking time.
No, the middleman was speaking to my insurance provider and told them that was rude to the insurance provider. The people who contract to them, i.e. the people who sign their checks.
Obviously, because of the fact
you don't be rude to the person who signs you, who gives you the money.
Hold on, bullcrap, because literally, if you look at freaking, if you look at McDonald's, they're rude to every customer. If you look at anyone that works at like freaking IKEA, they're rude to every customer.
They're talking to their parent. They're being rude to people who work for their parent company.
They are, but here's the thing: their parent company is pretty much signing the check of little money to nothing. So technically. I'm tired of this job. I'm tired of people calling and complaining and all that crap. So here's what I do. This is why when people ask me, "Oh, you need," is like, this is why when my ex asks me, "You should have got a job at McDonald's," I'll be like, "No, because if I have to deal with rude customers that act Trojan black, I mean not black, but act Trojan black, of trying to actually come in my face, trying to demand something, I'm about to come over this counter, whoop their ass, and then leave. Watch. My manager says, "Oh, you can't do that to a customer." Watch what happens, sir. I quit right now. Let's throw hands, bitch.
So yeah, so at this point, I have the even the dispatcher of the company reached out to me because they were so late. They made me miss my appointment to go get my prescription that was signed out that day, and I missed my time. And the earliest that they could do was 2 days. Or and I complained about it to my transportation provider later because even the dispatcher was like, "Yeah, you need to speak with the middleman and tell him that we'll do this next day." I even told that to the middleman, and the middleman said, "We can't do that, sir. Our hands are tied. It's a minimum 48 hours. The earliest you can go is this happened on Wednesday. The earliest you can go is Friday." I'm like, "I need my medication now. And the reason I wasn't able to get it 2 days because you guys screwed up the trip. We're not at fault, sir." And I even told him flat out, I had the driver, I had my insurance provider, I had the dispatcher, all pointing their fingers at you.
Obviously, because
therefore, I have to point my fingers at you because the fault lies with you. According to three individuals or independent parties, 3 separate parties, all unanimously agreed without contacting one another that the fault lies with you.
Obviously, here's the thing. They have a complaint compartment. My complaint compartment is if you have a problem, call 1-800-WHO-GIVES-A-SHIT.
I'm like, I'm the one who pays for the service. Look, I expect to get the service I pay for.
Obviously, here's what's happening. They're tired of their jobs, they're tired of working there, they're pretty much tired of people like you calling, and pretty much said screw everybody else. So, technically, I've dealt with people like that. Ma'am, here's an idea. Where are you located at? Oh, I'm in Iowa. I will be there in 5 minutes to whoop every one of your asses. Try me right now. Try me right now. I will show up at your doorstep and kill everybody. Don't fucking play with me.
I remember I said to you later, because I quoted Lorcat, thank God I don't own a gun, because I was that mad.
Look, I've done to the point.
Even though I'm not violent, I would have. No, I am not.
Okay, you're not violent, but I am. I've proven that to the fact. Because here's the thing: you give me attitude. If I worked at McDonald's, I'm about to whoop your ass in front of your kids. I don't care if I get taken to jail. I'm about to whoop your ass. Like my mom said, one of us going to jail, one of us going to the morgue. Guess who's going to the fucking morgue?
I'm still waiting on a response for their apology for their screw up.
They're not
because
gonna,
the insurance is actually looking into it because the way they treated the actual insurance provider. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we have to look into this because the way they treated us. Yeah, they're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, obviously they're not going to get an apology. They're pretty much going to be like,
no, they're not supposed to do that, and I don't care what their policy says. We're the ones who pay them, and we write their policy.
Yeah, if you look at it, manager does not care. Really does not. People does not care.
And I'm like, the local manager, the local supervisor does not care. Their higher-ups do. Their higher-ups are the ones that saying flat out, hey, you shouldn't have done that.
It's like, and honestly,
your own higher-ups were telling you screwed up.
And yet they don't.
And yet you refuse to acknowledge this. Or saying, oh, we're not at fault. We're not at fault. We're not at fault. Your own bosses said you were!
In which case, they pretty much said, I'm tired of working with my boss. So, yeah. We're not at fault, sir. We're not at fault.
So when I finally had my transportation on Friday, I had to make sure and had them call me numerous times to make sure that they had everything on their end so that this wouldn't happen again.
Which it will.
No, it didn't. Thankfully, it did not.
Look, I can guarantee you it will happen.
I'm probably going to make it so that every single time I schedule an appointment, when they do the courtesy call, and if I set a time for a pickup time, they have that too.
Be careful!
Mom heading out?
Yep. So, yeah.
Speaking of moms, my mom's birthday is today, or at least the day we're recording this.
Well, wish her a happy birthday, man!
Yeah. My mom says hi because I talked to her this morning.
And wished her hi, too. When I get a car, we're going to Ohio. We're going to party. For real. On my day off, we are going to freaking go to Ohio and party.
But then a good thing happened on Friday.
Did you win the lottery and you didn't freaking tell me?
No.
Bastard.
And it does involve getting a little bit of money.
Of course.
But a local friend of mine who works at the Barber Shop, the old place that they moved out of because they're selling it to a new person. They needed to have it cleaned out. I had nothing better to do that evening. He's like, "Hey, you want to do it?" And we're like, "Are you free?" And we're like, "Sure, I'll do it." And we're like, "Can you clean this out?" "Sure, I'll do it." Spent about 2 hours throwing a bunch of stuff away that they left behind.
Wait. When was this day?
This was Friday.
Oh, no, I was at work then.
Yeah. And though there were a few things that were left behind that I was able to salvage, and I even called him up and like, "Hey, what should I do with this?" He's like, "Keep it." I scored a free PS3 controller because of that. Because they had one left there for some reason. It was dirty, but I'll clean it later.
What else did they leave there? Cause how much did they pay you?
I got $40 for 2 hours worth of work.
Oh shit! No, well, I got more.
For just cleaning out a place for 2 hours.
So you got $40, and I was at work at pretty much 11, and I stayed until 5. So got a paycheck of like $400 coming. So.
Well, you work more hours than I do.
I freaking do. My boss can rely on me most of the time. He's like,
yeah, you have a reliable work schedule thing. This was me. I'm like, hey, he threw me a bone because I had nothing better to do that day. He's like, hey, I need this done. You want to do it? Sure. So I brought my laptop over there, plugged it in, started cleaning, listened to episodes of Drop Dead Cynical.
You would have done that. I would have like blasted music on. It's like I would have pretty much blasted like Party Boy music.
You say Party Boy, and I immediately think of the guy from Jackass.
Yeah, I'm pretty much doing that. I would have literally just like played some music. All you just saw was this.
Oh yeah, and speaking of future episodes, I'm in talks with someone on Facebook right now who hosts his own set of shows.
Seriously, do we even have any questions? No.
No. I'm not spoiling who it is as of yet, but I had to figure out a way so we can do stuff online. He's already agreed to be on the show, so we can just like swap stories. And there's something that I wanted to talk to him about because it's an actual topic that I'm somewhat interested in, and I want to hear the stories that he has for it. But that's going to be for a future episode, and that's going to be like within the next month or so. He has a busy work schedule, and I want to schedule around that.
Do.
And I want to schedule around that.
We both got a busy work schedule, so you gotta make sure I'm off.
He has a weird work schedule. It may just be me and him on the show. Depending on his work schedule.
When does he work?
That's the thing. It's all over the place. And I'm not going into any more detail. I'll tell you more after the show.
Right.
We'll discuss more after the show because I don't want to...
Remember
he said yes, but I'm like, it's something we have to... we have to figure something out in the meantime. And I may have to set up a Skype account specifically for this because he doesn't use Discord. Despite the fact I nuked my initial Skype account after, like a few days after when Lorcat had his account hacked. Because their security is shit.
So is Microsoft?
Yeah.
I mean, it is like, so is Microsoft?
No, his account got hacked by someone else, and they charged money to it and took money out of his bank account because of it.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, because he had it set up as a business account.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, and their security was so shit that they basically said, "Hey, I want this login credential for the Skype account. Give it to me." And then they did without even verifying anything. And yeah, I remember Jason throwing a fit about that. And since that happened, and at the time, I was like, I didn't have a whole lot of money in the bank, still don't. I'm like, I'm not letting that happen to me. So I just called up Skype customer support and said flat out, I want to get rid of my account because I don't want this happening to me.
Look, it's pretty.
I may just make a burner account. Specifically for that purpose.
Yeah, just don't put anything for like money and all that crap.
Yeah, no, it's just for the show. That's it.
Good luck.
Other than that, I'm not going to keep Skype installed on my computer.
Yeah. For those that try to hack into any of our accounts, I will hunt your ass down and find your candy ass. Just so you know, I'm crazy enough to fucking do it. I will go dog the bounty hunter on you, and I will make sure your family watches I beat the shit out of you. So, for those that try to...
What about, where I'm like, because the people that usually do this are not in the same country as us? Because if they were, that means they could be easily traced.
Yeah, so, remember, if you want to try to hack us, good luck with that.
Oh, by the way, I got a phone call again from the scammers asking about my insurance on my car. And this was right during the time when I was dealing with the people on the other end, or the insurance, with the transportation people on the other end, and their BS for screwing up my trip itinerary. So I immediately screamed it because I knew it was a scammer. I'm like, I do not have a car. Why the fuck are you calling me? They immediately hung up, and they realized I was pissed, and I had no patience for their bullshit. I still remember one time I asked the dude, how'd you get this number? His response was, your mama, and he hung up. And then I immediately busted out laughing because he knew I caught his ass.
Wait, he said your mama and hung up?
He said, I asked him, how'd you get this number? It's unlisted. Your mama. And click.
I find it funny because...
I confuse some of them. They're like, I don't own a car. Why are you calling me? It's like, you don't own a car? Yeah, no, I don't. I've never owned a vehicle. Click. Bye.
Okay, I've got calls like that where...
We still need to do the one thing we have planned for one of those calls. We have to figure out a time when they actually do call and then we're both here, and then record it. So when we answer and we know it's a scamming phone call, pretend that we're a gay sex hotline.
I will do that. I've done this with a friend, and he's like said it was Chinese pawn shop. I literally freaking did that. I confused that. Literally, when people started calling my phone asking like for spa nails, I was like, "Oh, Burger King, how can I help you?" Welcome to Domino's. How can I help you? Wait, what? Literally, I had someone call me. Is this my girlfriend Jenny? He's like, this is the phone number my girlfriend Jenny gave me. Are you the guy that's cheating on me? No, sailor. He's like, no, sailor. I'm a dirty little cowboy. Click.
Do you want to fuck me in the ass?
It was like my friend was bursting out laughing. He was horrified, saying, "Don't ever do that voice again." But he was laughing.
I want to pretend that we're a gay sex hotline, and immediately the first question I asked him is, "Where do you want to stick it in?"
And then just me out of nowhere. Leave some of that for me, boys!
Just to hear them go, nope, and click.
No. I find it funny when people call. It's like my phone actually caught someone. I love it because my phone actually said this. Bullshit scam. I laughed. I answered the phone just for bullshit. I was like, I'm just going to answer this for shits and giggles.
I'm like, you do realize my phone identified you as bullshit scam, right?
Oh, no. I actually wanted to do this. I was like, oh, yeah.
Is this the guy that said that, or like said there's a problem with your Windows machine, and you have Linux?
I just said, like...
Because I put Ubuntu on your computer?
Yeah. It's like Microsoft still calls this freaking house phone, saying, oh, we have something wrong with your computer? I don't have a computer. You have a tablet? You're not getting that. What about your cell phone? Fuck off.
I tell Flair, I'm like, yes, I do have a computer. It's not a Windows machine. Why are you calling me? It's not a Microsoft. It doesn't have a Microsoft operating system. Again, I'll tell him flat out, I'm like, I have Ubuntu on this. Why are you calling me?
I pretty much flat out told a woman, she was reading off a cue card. I'm like, woman, stop trying. Just
stop trying. I have a Linux machine.
Shut the hell up.
Don't try to sell me with the BS you're trying to pull.
Yeah, it was funny. You were like trying to say, oh, well, do you have a cell phone? None of your damn business. Click. Call it back. Sir, I don't like your attitude. Well, guess what, motherfucker? I don't give a fuck. I tell
you, sir, I don't like your attitude. Yeah. This is a do not call number. Never call this number again. And if you do, I'm calling the police.
Look, I just pretty much said this. Why the fuck are you calling me? You know this is a closed FBI line, right? What? I literally just pretty much had the most serious voice, like, you know this is a closed FBI line, right? I'm tracing your call right about now. Oh, wait, what? Yeah. So, how about you hang the fuck up right now before I have SWAT team come down at your ass? And shut your ass down permanently. Oh, we're sorry, sir. Click.
I do know that some of the calls I get that they never answer, or that I don't.
Oh, no,
I miss and I don't answer.
I gotta tell you something funny. You know all those fraud calls and all that shit, saying you owe the IRS and all that? Like, oh yeah, you paid your taxes on time. Let me stop you right there. It's like, I just told you, let me stop you right there. One, I filed for bankruptcy thrice. I've been to prison 3 times, and I'm pretty much sure I've pretty much done illegal fraud, so I do not qualify as paying my taxes. I literally said this, what the fuck are taxes? I literally just freaking told him. He was like, oh, well, sir, you paid your taxes on time. Let me stop you right there. I've been to prison 3 times. I've never paid...
None of this is true.
Yeah, I've been to prison 3 times. I filed for bankruptcy 4 times. And I looked at him like, wait, and I literally said, and what the fuck is taxes? I don't pay that shit. well, you qualify. No, I don't. Click. But I find someone.
I would tell him flat out, sir, I'm like, we're from the IRS. I would tell him, like, you're calling a Canadian phone, eh?
No, I was like this. I was like, oh, so we're from the IRS. Really? Because I know damn well IRS won't call me. They just come to my house and say, guess what? We own your shit, bitch.
They'll tell him flat out, I'm like, IRS doesn't make phone calls.
No, they don't. They just take...
They'll tell you flat... No, literally, I would tell them flat out, who are you really? Because the IRS does not make phone calls. They send out notarized letters.
No. Here's how it goes. IRS sends you out notarized letters. They don't call you. No. If they say you owe $1 million in taxes, they're coming to your damn house.
If you legitimately own that money, the IRS will actually show up to claim it.
Yeah, they'll pretty much be at your house.
They won't be calling you.
No,
here's a message for those of you who listen. They gets phone calls claiming that they're from the IRS and you owe them money. Tell them to screw off because those are scams.
Yeah.
Don't fall for them.
No, here's the...
Or if you do get those calls, come up with a way to troll them and record it because that's hilarious.
It's like,
and I love listening to us.
Here's what you got to worry about. Ones that say you owe money to the IRS, because we all know it's like when we pay fucking taxes, the IRS...
The IRS sends everything out through the mail, notarized.
Yeah.
They don't contact you by email, they don't contact you by phone, they either send you by mail or they'll actually speak to you in person.
Oh yeah, they literally come...
Because they know for a fact you can't trust stuff over, like, remote things. And stuff like that.
Plus the U.S. government and all that shit, so it's like, literally, this is government official, so if IRS is going to come to your house, they're going to knock on your door.
They're actually going to physically be there if they're looking for you.
Are you Mr. So-and-so? Yes, we're from the IRS. Oh, shit. Damn it. Fuck! How much do you owe? You owe $45,000 worth in debt. Sons of a bitch. Like, we want everything, it's like, oh, well, I don't have it. That car of yours is $45,000, we'll take it. But I just paid... We don't give a damn. It's ours now. Later. Literally, that's how they do it. If anything of value is worth $45,000, if your car is worth that much, they will take your damn car and it don't matter.
I remember one of those calls that I got. I did the okie dokie man. You want to buy camo at $5,500 okie dokie, confused the fuck out of the Iranian on the other end, and then he hung up.
I did the Chinese pawn shop. I was like, literally, me and my friend, we just thought of that as fun. We just thought of that like, oh, Chinese pawn shop, what can we pawn for you? He just comes out of nowhere, I'm sorry, do you want GPS? We got millions of GPS for sales. So I put you down for 100 GPS, right? So we're from this. No, you buy GPS now? Yeah? Yeah, you buy GPS now. I put you down for 100 GPS. What's your phone number? No, wait, I got caller ID. Click. I just laughed my ass off. He was like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? Scamming. We're trolling. We're scamming the scammers. We're screwing with the scammers. So, if you get calls from, like, say you owe $1 million, they have a arrest warrant on you, unless you do have a arrest warrant that cops pull you over for, a legitimate arrest warrant, then yeah, that's what you have to worry. But if they call you saying we have a arrest warrant for whatever date, fuck with them. I remember. Fuck with them. Fuck with them.
I have a funny story regarding that.
One more.
No. I have to tell this story because it leads into what you were talking about. I got one of those calls and they said that they were accusing me because I apparently sent my money overseas for an illegal purpose. I asked them flat out. I'm like, okay, are you sure you're speaking to the right person? Yes, we are speaking to the right person, sir. Tell me what my name is. What is my name? Because I never introduced myself on the phone. He's like, we cannot say that, sir. Then how do you know you're speaking to the right person? We know we're speaking to the right person, sir. Well, then why can't you say my name? We can't say that, sir. Okay. Why not? And you want to know what I said to him? You know why not? It's because you don't know what my name is. You don't know it, and your claims are bullshit because I've never sent money overseas before. Like, the only thing I've actually done that's from like would be considered overseas is buying stuff on eBay and importing it here, and that's legally done and tracked.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like the only thing I told him flat out, I'm like the only thing I've done overseas, and they said I was funding terrorism or something shit like that. I'm like, I bought a game from Japan on eBay. That is monitored and tracked and notarized, and I have the proof. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Never call me again, and if you do, I call the police. And then I hung up on them. Then they called me again pretending that they were from Microsoft, and it was the same dude.
Oh, yeah, they tried to get you because literally they said
I'm like, yeah, I'm not falling for this bullshit now. Bye.
There's one that actually says, "Oh, well, you can get money and all."
I'm like, he gave me a name. Like, you can verify that I'm not a scammer, sir. You can Google this name, and I'm like, yeah, I Googled this name. I come over with a black guy. You're an Iranian dude.
Literally, I find it funny because literally someone said like, "Oh yeah, you can get all this money. Like, we can send you all this money. You just go to Walmart with this. Keep your phone on you." And da 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 da. I'm like, why the fuck would I give you my bank account routing number?
I tell it flat out. I'm like, no, you don't do that. They ask for your bank account number. I tell you, go fuck yourself.
Let's see. It's like
I'm like, are you there in person? I'm like, if you want me to do that, we could go to the bank in person and you could do that. We have to do that over the phone. I'm not giving you my bank information over the phone. I don't do bank information online because most places where I get internet is over unsecure Wi-Fi connection, and I'm not stupid.
The only thing I freaking do is on my phone.
I don't do banking online. Look, fuck that. I do everything in person.
Look, the only thing I do on my phone is if I got a prepaid debit card. So literally, if I want to buy something like food, I'm just using this.
Yeah.
And it's on my phone, so it's like, yeah, good luck with that shit. I'm in my own...
It's a prepaid debit card.
Yeah, and
it's not tied to any bank account. Oh, no, it's just I go to the place where you have to add money and just add money to it at a store in person.
That's what I do. And pretty much anything I freaking like order online, I'm doing from my phone because I'm in my secure Wi-Fi network. Fuck all of you.
Or if I'm going to be doing stuff online, it's just with gift cards. Good luck try. Oh yeah, you have the serial number for a gift card. Yeah, good luck with that.
I find something funny. I got something funny.
Enjoy the 2 cents I didn't use on the card. There, have the 2 pennies that are left on that gift card that I didn't use.
The funniest thing was, and all that shit, I actually got someone calling me, like, illegal action and all that shit about me being arrest warrants. Like, oh, we have a warrant for your arrest. I was like, oh, sure. Talk to the person. We have arrest warrant for your arrest in Wyoming, Minnesota, I'm like, okay, never been.
You've never been to any of those states?
Wait, I've never been to Wyoming. I've been to Minnesota once. It's like, only been to St. Louis. It's like, I've been to Minnesota, but that was in St. Louis. And I visited the Arch with a church group. And then I went to, like, family reunions. I'm like, okay, half the states you mentioned, I've pretty much been there on a family reunion. So how the fuck do I have a warrant? I wasn't even driving. I was like, I don't even have a fucking license at the fucking time. How the fuck can I have a warrant? Yeah, I just showed my fist in there. Give me your fucking money right now, bitch. I'm robbing you with a sack. Nothing, you see my fucking face. That's how I have a... He's like, oh yeah.
I'm wearing a shirt that says my name on it.
No. I actually laughed my ass off. Okay, could you tell me what years, did I have these warrants for? Yeah, 1977, 1983, and all that. I'm like, this dumb motherfucker!
I told him flat out, I'm like,
No. I just said that, okay, let me stop you right there, motherfucker. I wasn't even born that year. Oh, what? Yeah. I'm fucking 14, bitch. I'm 14. No, I'm 20 fucking 4. Like, I was born in 90 fucking 3. How the fuck can I rob something? It's like, how can I fucking have an arrest warrant
for
like 90? It's like 1977 when I wasn't even conceived.
I didn't exist yet.
Look, I was still in my dad's nutsack.
You were a twinkle in his left testicle.
Pretty much, I was still in my dad's nutsack. Like, literally, I wasn't even in my mom's womb yet. I wasn't even born that year. I'm like, you do know I caught you, right? Look, he was like this, oh, stupid motherfucker. Tell your girlfriend I'll see you tonight, bitch. Click. He called me, he was like, sorry I don't like what you said, but your wife did.
Guess what? You've been caught.
You've been catfish, bitch. It's like, do you know the guy when she actually says she's actually like, oh, I'm tired? She's been over my house all fucking time.
Yeah, he doesn't like your tiny little penis. I have a 14-inch cock.
I'm just like, and because of the fact we know, it's like, we probably know I'm black, I'm pretty much giving your girl multiple orgasms and giving her the Ageo face. Every fucking time. So literally, look, I just did like this. I played a recording of porn. Oh, just so you know, she's right here face down on my bed. You want to talk to her? So, he got real quiet. He got stupid. He was like, oh, just so you know, she's face down on my bed. You want to talk to her? I had, like, my girlfriend at the time pretty much pretend that he was his wife. Hey, babe, how you doing? Like, don't stop, like, yeah, guess what, man? I'm fucking your girl right now. Click.
See, that's how you screw with the scammers.
I pretty much had my
That's how you troll them.
Look, I had my girlfriend pretend. She was laughing, like, wondering, who the fuck is ruining our time? Who the fuck is ruining... That scammer. Like, oh yeah, it's a scammer. Shall we screw him? Yes.
Yes.
Well, I was just doing this, like, while she was talking on the phone, I was laughing.
One of these days, I'm probably going to answer one of those scammers as Twinkie.
Look,
and just immediately say, you got a pretty mouth. You sound like you got a pretty mouth there, boy.
I was literally, literally, he got real quiet on his end. He was like, like, so, you mad, bro? Are you mad, bro? Yeah, like,
Bo, give me a second. No,
wait. It's like, hold on, give me a second. Watch his hair. It's like, literally, she was screaming and, yeah, oh yeah, there we go. Click. I literally clicked. My girlfriend was like, that was me, but it was funny. I was dying. It worked perfectly. Like, dude, just it's like, you want to touch your wife right now? She is face down in my mattress. It's literally my girlfriend at the time. Like, we were just having sex and this shit happened. I was laughing my ass off when he goes, you're mean, babe. I know I am. It was funny as shit.
Was it good for you? I would have ended the call with that. No. Oh, by the way, was it good for you?
I ended the call. It's like, literally, she was like this. She ended the call just be mean again. She was like, so it's true, black people are bigger than you, babe. I was on the ground. Look, all you just heard was this, the bed just falling off of me on the ground, dying. Oh, don't come to my house again, bitch, because you know where your wife's gonna be. Click. Oh my god, I laughed my ass. That's how you screw with a scammer. That is how you screw with them. Oh my god, I told my friend that. He died laughing. To the point of we were eating, soda came out his nose. He was dying laughing, holding his sides. And high-fived me saying, holy shit, I wish I could have heard that recording. I was like, damn it, I should have recorded that. That would have been awesome as hell.
I did watch, I don't know if it was my brother or his friend, but one of them, someone said something to them that made them start laughing while they were in the middle of eating ramen, and it shot at their nose.
Look, my friend, we went to Cece's and he laughed so damn hard. I mean, soda was coming out his damn nose. He was.
I've shot Kool-Aid out of my nose because someone said something funny to me. That sucked.
I was dying like so hard when he told me that. Like, no, like, one guy beside us, he was listening to this whole conversation. He was even laughing. He was like, I need to use that every time a scammer calls me. I'm like, go ahead. Oh. It's like, look, it'd be funny just doing. It's like, just say you're doing it in public. Like, I'm in your house right now. Just like bullshit and say I'm in your house right now.
Yeah, I'm over with your wife. Half the time, it's a woman that's actually doing the scamming.
I've done this before. I've actually said, so while you're trying to scam me, you want to use that pretty mouth of yours or something? Sir, what are you saying? You face down in my mattress right now.
It's not sexual harassment because they're actually committing a felony.
Look, she was actually thinking about it. She's like, my boyfriend, let's be honest, your boyfriend's a needle dick bastard. You need to be satisfied.
I'm black. I'm black.
Right now, if you give me your phone number, I will send you a picture of my 12-inch dick. And it's only semi. Right now. I pretty much will make you not even, it's like, once you go black, you will never go back.
Once you go black, you go deaf.
It's like, once you go black, you will never go back. It's like, sir, well, click. She hung up the phone by accident, like, well, damn, woman. Like, damn, what?
Like, he got her all hot and bothered. She's like, I gotta go to the bathroom now.
Yeah, like, she was like, well, sir, I click. Yeah,
she accidentally hung up because she started touching herself.
Yeah, she did. I was like, I just heard a faint moaning. I'm like, damn, she actually is touching herself. Damn.
Her boyfriend must not be giving her any.
No, she must not be. Or her husband must be a small dick motherfucker. Look, if you have something small, dude, just get Viagra. Or go on a porn site, order pills, bro. Order fucking pills.
Or the pump.
Or just the pump. Shit, fuck it. Look, your girlfriend laughs at you for having like a tiny dick. Just go and actually with a fucking 10-inch next time and say, hey, babe, remember when you laughed? E&A Chuck, motherfucker. Get down on your knees and suck.
Yes, Mandingo on their asses.
It's like, look, once you do that, she will automatically be like, yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, who's the man of this castle now, bitch? I wear the fucking pants in the family. No, I kind of want a scammer to call me so I can screw with them now. Oh my god, I never screwed with someone.
I do have one thing that you interrupted me before that I still wanted to get out. Sometimes I get the scamming calls that I don't answer and they don't leave a voicemail, and then all of a sudden I just have a random missed call from a number, and I call it back, and it's actually some person's cell phone, because the scammer basically piggybacked off of them using a VPN, and then I have to actually explain to the scammer, I'm like, yeah, I didn't, no one called you from this number. I'm like, well, this is the number that's on my phone, and then I think about it, like, oh, it's probably a scammer, and I have to actually explain to the person, I'm like, hey, someone is piggybacking off your phone using their VPN, check your call logs. So if you're getting like weird charges to your cell phone plan because of calls you never made, or you know for a fact you never had anyone make, especially with some really shady, some cell phone companies are kind of shady when it comes to
change your phone. Look, go to either Boost. Sorry for interrupting, but go to Boost, Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon. Because they know.
No, some of those people actually do sell off that information.
Well,
it's against it's against the law, but they still do it anyway.
I think Cricket and Metro PCS probably does that shit. This is why I go to Boost, because I know if they sell my shit, I will come down and burn the fucking place to the ground.
I have prepaid, so I don't really have to worry about that.
In my case, I just built me a phone because I'm tired of fucking prepaid. My dad gave me a fucking track phone. And I got left at the fucking zoo that one time.
Yeah, you already told that story.
I know. Found out from my mom, it wasn't like an hour. It was like only 30 minutes.
But you got to feed the giraffes.
I know, I did. I actually got my story mixed up because I was young, but I did got to feed the giraffes. I got the pet to feed giraffes. I got to throw some meat at the lions, but I did not get to fist bump a gorilla. I was so close to doing that. They were like, your bus showed up. I actually cried because I had to leave.
I'm like, I wanted to hug the monkey.
I wanted to fucking fist bump and hug a damn gorilla. What the fuck? Damn this fucking bus. Laughing at me like, oh, you were crying. Yeah, I'm fucking crying because you fucking came back. Like, why couldn't my dad... It's like, my dad worked...
I was about to fist bump a gorilla.
Like, my dad worked in Chicago, so I was like, why couldn't my dad come and pick me up? He's like 30, 45 minutes away. I still would have had time to visit the zoo.
Before I say goodbye to you, one more last fist bump.
I was like, Dad. But I did get to pet a giraffe and feed a lion. I was quite happy about that shit. I did not get the fist bump a gorilla because I did not know... remind you, I was like young at the time when I got fucking left at the zoo. So I didn't know fucking what the sense of time was because I did not have no damn cell phone or I did not have a watch.
Though there was one thing that did happen today that made me happy. When I was at the Walmart, there was a dude outside with the bike at the bench and had a sign that said accepting change or whatnot. But he had a dog with him. A purebred white German Shepherd.
Holy shit.
One of the friendliest dogs. He's like, yeah, she's friendly. And I'm like, I can immediately tell just by walking up to this dog. I'm like, yeah, she's friendly. Because I can just tell when I see a dog like that.
I think he's trying
to... Or they just come up and like, hi, pet me! I'm like, yeah, I had to pet the puppy.
We got a job, we got a customer and all that where the other people leave their dogs with us. They're always the most friendly when it comes to me. They're like... This guy right here.
I'm just one of those guys that dogs just come up and be like, yeah, he's a good person. They just know. I'm like, dogs that hate everybody else, but love me. I have an example of this. My father, his current, or like the girlfriend that he left my mom for.
So basically the bitch.
Yeah, who did stuff behind his back. But she had a pug. This pug did not like anybody. Every single time I was visiting my dad and I sit on the couch, that thing is in my lap. Hated everybody else. For some reason, loved me.
I find it funny. When I went to Ohio, almost every pet was around me.
Yeah, they're like, hi! They're like, hey, you want to be my friend?
Almost every pet was around me. Like, I went to your brother's house and there was like pets and cats around
me. They were
like,
yeah, his cats, his dog.
I'm like literally just sitting here petting this cat. He's like,
the cat that's just sitting on your shoulder.
I like this guy right here. The dog just came and sit on my lap. He's like, that's the first time I've seen two animals like that at the same time to get along. I'm literally just petting him like, how you doing?
And like, no, it doesn't matter how bad of a day you're having. A puppy or a dog friendly dog comes up to you and like, hey, pet me. You're no longer having a bad day.
Look, actually, like, the one dog I actually want is like a freaking Alaskan Husky that my neighbor has. I'm like, holy shit.
Like, oh.
I want one of those.
Like, doggy, puppy. I kind of want one too. Then if I do get one, I'm going to name him D-Dog. after D-Dog from Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm like, I'm like, Huey Emmerich is a pussy in that game. I'm like, you can tell that's clearly a wolf. So? D-Dog loves everybody on the base. That's why I have him as my partner, because he's like, hi! And he's adorable. And I rescued him as a puppy.
I know for a fact, though, like, literally...
I'm like, most people use Quiet as their partner on missions because boobs. Let's be honest, it's because boobs.
Of course. Literally, they don't freaking do it.
I always have D-Dog, and I never have him with gear that makes him attack people. He always has the medic gear, so I'm specifically go out and be like, hey, I knocked these guys out, and I knocked those animals out. Go rescue them.
Look, I have not played it in a long time, but literally I can damn well tell you the gameplay most of the time I've seen on YouTube is this. Camera turns, stare down, and that'd be it.
Oh, my favorite thing to do in Metal Gear Solid 5, Rocket Punch! I've seen people use Hydra. No, I prefer the Rocket Punch because I'm a Mazinger Z fan. And I play a lot of Super Robot Tyson games. I'm like, I'll get the punch!
I know for a fact.
And it's funny when you see this rocket fish just flying. It could go in front of the actual enemy guards' faces. They don't even notice it when it's like right there. I'm like, how do you not see that? And then when it hits a dude in the face, they're like, huh? What just happened? How did he get? What happened to Bob? How did he get knocked out?
He's like, Bob got knocked the fuck out.
And we're like, but no one's around here. Did you not see the giant fist with a jet turbine behind it? Just punch the dude.
No.
And just deck him in the face. No. Oh, you have body armor? You can't stop that!
No. Because of the fact that Mazinger C, I think half the enemy didn't see that. What the hell was that? Wait, how the hell did the general get taken out? You see Mazinger just doing this. You want to see how he got taken out? I got another one for you. I said I was going to. It's
like rocket punch.
I got two of them for you. That's how it's like. Wait, how did the general get taken out? I'll show you. Click. Boom. That's how he got taken out.
I'm like, because there's also other attachments you can do for the robot, for the prosthetic arm, like electro hand. You can actually have a built-in shotgun into it. No, I want the rocket punch. Especially because you hear Snake when he does it, he yells rocket punch.
I've heard of those. Like, look, I know for a fact though. I said I was going to binge watch one thing one day. I was just going to binge watch a shit ton of.
I need to play Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain again. I haven't played that in a while.
I have not played a lot of my games in a while. I know for a fact I said I was going to binge watch. Like, I haven't even watched anime in a while. I said I was going to binge watch like a shit ton of Gundam, but yeah, I have not. It's like literally. I can.
There's one thing I have been playing. We're going to go into this because we're already reaching the hour mark, but I still want to talk about this. Because damn it, Top Keck, you got me into it. I'm playing Daggerfall.
Hey, no one blames you, because literally my boss actually said he prefers Daggerfall and Oblivion.
Because,
Skyrim.
Oh, dude, you haven't seen... I'm like, you haven't played Daggerfall. You haven't seen how big that map is.
No, I have not. I played Oblivion.
I'm surprised you don't play Daggerfall, because that's where the Red Guards come from. It takes place in Hammerfell.
I know.
And that's where all the Red Guards come from, and the Kings are Red Guards.
Yeah, I know.
Because you always play Red Guards because you're black.
What's that supposed to mean? And I always have a white-ass wife, so what?
And like... And I'm playing a current race right now, and I have to get used to it because the only thing I really complain about is the swimming mechanic in the game, because it's not like the other Elder Scrolls games. I have not played Arena. I played a Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. I'm used to the swimming mechanics in that, and also when you run out of air, instead of slowly draining your health, you die instantly.
Of course, because this is what I actually freaking did in Skyrim.
And I have to remember that my current character is an Argonian, because the last time I played Skyrim and the last time I played Oblivion, both times I made an Argonian. I was playing as Dr. Alphys. And then, of course, with Morrowind, I went with a modded race, because I had found a mod that added Burmesians from Final Fantasy IX, and I'm like, I'm going to play Burmesian. I'm going to be a rat. I'm going to be a giant rat person that's good at spears and jumping high. It can jump good.
In my case, I play. It's like literally there's supposed to be like an Elder Scrolls 6 that's coming out, and it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be a map the same size as Daggerfall, but bigger, a little bit bigger. I'm like,
let me put it this way: Skyrim's roughly about 1/5, maybe about. Oh crap.
Well,
I'm actually getting my laptop out to look this up.
It's like, well,
how big is Daggerfall's map versus Skyrim's map?
Well, if you look at it, it compares on it's like even the DLC. It's not that big.
Because I know for a fact, because I do hope eventually I want to get a Switch, because I want to play Breath of the Wild, because the map in that, Skyrim's 1/5 the size of Breath of the Wild's map.
And Daggerfall's...
And basically, Breath of the Wild is a Zelda version of an Elder Scrolls game.
Pretty much. So, with the DLC included, it's got to be...
Alright, how big is...
Hold on,
How big...
I got a Skyrim map somewhere around here.
Is Daggerfall... is Daggerfall versus Skyrim?
I think I have a Skyrim map around here somewhere.
Alright. Oblivion is from, like... Okay, so Skyrim's map is 38.33 square kilometers, 14.8 square miles.
Hold on. Just for reference, what's in front of you, Johnny Boy?
You have the map of Skyrim. All right, Daggerfall.
Well,
oh my god!
Included.
Holy 33 point... Oh, I'm like, okay, so the Skyrim's map...
Wait, what DLC included?
Yes, with DLC included. 14.8 square miles is how big Skyrim's map is.
I can see it because literally if I'm looking at it now, it's like 10. It's like literally because of the fact just by the regular Skyrim map before you add the DLC, It's like freaking 10. So I can see that.
Here's the number for Daggerfall's game map. Can you give me a guess without looking?
33.5 is like 33.5 miles.
That's Skyrim. 38.33 square miles. That's Skyrim's map.
So that one.
How big you think Daggerfall's is? I say Daggerfall's is bigger. It's the biggest out of all of them.
56.62 miles.
Keep going.
Holy shit.
Keep going up.
Okay, so
Oblivion was slightly bigger than Daggerfall anyway, so.
Okay, so we're talking like so that was 50 is like so 56 miles is like what, Oblivion?
Oblivion's like 48 or something like that.
Okay, so that was
16 square miles. Oh, it's actually smaller. All right, never mind.
Okay, so that's
14.8 square miles is that's 38.33 square kilometers. 14.8 square miles for Skyrim and 16 square miles for Oblivion.
Okay, so it's like
50 square miles is too small.
82 square miles.
Keep going up.
Holy shit, dude. 126 square miles.
Keep going.
No, we're just gonna go. It's like, look, I'm just gonna do this. It's over 9,000.
Keep going.
Oh my god, it's over 9,000.
Here's a hint. The digit it has 5 digits in it.
Alright, so we're going
62,394 square miles for the entirety of the map of Daggerfall.
So basically, here's what it is: the foot of my bed. Look, so neighbor's house.
Let's see how big is the United States. Okay, big. How big is the U.S.?
I knew this answer, but I just can't remember. This is like high school.
Okay, so area. Okay, so it's not as big as the U.S. because that's 3.797 million miles squared.
Okay, I can understand that because yeah, U.S. is bigger.
Yeah, the U.S. is bigger, but still, 62.394 square miles. Roughly, it gives me an actual reference. Roughly half the size of Great Britain. Half the size of England is the entire map of Daggerfall.
Half the size.
That's big.
It is big, but if you look at it, we're more bigger than England. USA.
But that's why you can't. I'm surprised you don't play or you haven't played it. When it's that big. Play around and there's that much stuff to do.
Literally, they said that this new Elder Scrolls game that they're coming out with, because I've seen in the trails, it's supposed to actually be bigger than Daggerfall, because it's actually supposed to add, the Sands of Elsewhere, all of, frickin' Hammerfell.
Yeah, Daggerfall takes place in Hammerfell. That's the entirety of Hammerfell.
Yeah, that's the entirety of Hammerfell. This one is actually supposed to take over the entirety of Tamriel.
The entire company or the entire actual world.
Yes,
I think that's what they're doing with their terrible MMO that they're doing right now.
No, it's kind of like that.
They're not going to release another. They're not going to release another Elder Scrolls thing because it's going to compete with their MMO. They're trying to. They're trying to,
but look, that MMO,
but they keep releasing Skyrim.
Yeah, because the MMO sucks. In which case, it's the MMO kind of sucks, so they're trying to do this. That might be something they might do for online only, for laptops and PCs and all that. But they said it's literally it was confirmed. They plan it's in the works. Literally, because you know how they have the E is always present something for a kind of a convention for Xbox fans and all that.
Yeah.
They actually said it's even the creator said we're creating something that's actually supposed to be bigger than freaking Skyrim and bigger than Daggerfall itself. So it's supposed to be.
And that and keep in mind that the actual entirety. I'm going to open up my Daggerfall folder, see how big that folder is. All right. Let me find my Daggerfall folder.
I know for a fact they actually plan on making Forza Horizon 4 actually take place in freaking.
Bethesda Software's Daggerfall. Okay.
I actually found this out.
The entirety is 535 megs in size. Morrowind takes over a gig.
No wonder I don't want it on my laptop because that'd be too much space I'm using.
Well, I need to play Morrowind again because I've added more stuff to it. So I want to play through that again because I've added Tamriel rebuilt.
I know for a fact though. I actually plan on probably getting back into Oblivion. That I probably will get back into.
If you want to borrow it, I have it.
No, I'll just go to Disc Replay and get it.
I have the Oblivion Collector's Edition, so it has the extra disc for the DLC.
Oh shit! Okay.
So yeah, yeah, you can borrow that so you can install it on your.
Actually, I already got Oblivion installed on there.
Oh, the DLC for it.
Yeah, I just need to get that shit.
Yeah.
I know for a fact though. I said I was gonna do. It's literally. I said I was going to do a lot of shit. I said I was going to binge watch, Gundam. But here's the thing, though. From what people said, that, there's, two Gundam series that are very confusing to fans.
What?
Gundam Age, which actually follows, instead of, you know how, Gundam is where you have one single protagonist, Gundam Age has, a family of protagonists. So it's this, the first person does it, then his son does it, or grandson does it, and then after that, his grandson does it. So it's
I'm going to stop you right here. Is this going to be another Spurg out because you're a weeb?
No, it's not going to be a damn Spurg out, you damn noob.
No, you're a weeb. You're a weeaboo.
What the fuck is a weeaboo? I speak weeaboo.
you love all the Japanese animes ever created ever.
Bullshit! No, that's not a weeb. That's an otaku. Get it right, bro.
Yeah, you're a weeb.
I'm not a freaking weeb because literally I said I was gonna binge watch Gundam. Literally, they said 2 series are confusing. Gundam Age, which follows 3 protagonists of the same family, and Reconquista and G.
Which I gotta figure out how to get Daggerfall to run on your computer because you again, like we pointed out earlier, I put Ubuntu on it, so
that's gonna be a while. So we'll do it when we freaking have enough time.
Yeah, like one of these days, because I'll put that on there just so you can play around with it because it is fun.
We'll play around with it.
I'm like, it does have controller support, but I do recommend using a keyboard and mouse.
Wait, so question. You said, like, the most powerful race on Daggerfall is Nords, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the... I'm like, dude, watch...
That's fucking...
Because of the racial traits that you can get.
Bull fucking shit, man.
Because you can basically, by default, you get from, like, resist... By default, you resist from, like, frost and shit like that. So, just watch Top Keg's videos on it, as well as the Tool Win that Lord Cat did.
Here's the fucking part.
Did about almost a year ago.
Here's the fucked part, because even in Skyrim, Nords have like resistance to frost. That don't mean shit.
No, they're the overpowered race in Daggerfall. I learned that the hard way because I'm playing as a Khajiit, which the Khajiit in Daggerfall look weird because they're more humanoid now in there. They look more like elves and they just have face paint, but they still have tails.
So here's the thing: it's before the Oblivion Crisis, then.
Yeah. Oh! You do want to play Daggerfall because it has boobs. Uncensored boobs.
Well, shit.
I can show you right now. I'll load up Daggerfall.
Show me uncensored boobs.
I'm loading up Daggerfall. Okay, goodbye, everybody! We'll end on that note. Bye!